No. You have to be careful of brothers, man. You have to be very careful. What goes into that? Listen. Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah 9, verse 1. Oh, that my head were waters, and mine eyes a fountain of tears, that I might weep day and night for the slain of the daughter of my people. Verse 2. Oh, that I had in the wilderness a lodging place of wayfaring men, that I might leave my people and go from them, for they be all adulterous, an assembly of treacherous men, and they bend their tongues like their bow for lies, for they are not valiant for the truth upon the earth. For they proceed from evil to evil, and they know not me, saith Yahweh. See, that's it, man. They're an assembly of treacherous men. And they bend their bow for lies. They bend their tongues like a bow for lies, man. They're lies, man. Yeah. You can't trust nothing that come out your mouth. And they're not valiant for the truth. They're valiant for wickedness. You see, Jake, they're into wickedness, but they're not into the truth. You're telling them, nigga, you're an Israelite. You don't want to hear that. It says, Jeremiah 9 and 4. Take ye heed every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother. For every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders. And they will deceive everyone his brother, and will not speak the truth. They have taught their tongue to speak lies, and weary themselves to commit iniquity. That's Jake in the world, man. That's Jake in the world. But now, back in Hebrews 10, verse 25, it says, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching. For if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins, but a certain fearful looking for of judgment and fiery indignation, which shall devour the adversaries. So that goes in the brothers, you in the truth. We talk about guys that's in the world, but brothers that are in the truth. And then you go back into your own wicked ways.
You draw down 20 grand.
The Most High's going to take you up. And that's why Yahweh said that parable about counting the cost. Make sure that you're counting worthy of the vocation in which you're called. Right? You have to run this race. Right? This is verse 28. He that despised Moses' law died without mercy under 2 or 3 witnesses. Of how much more sore a punishment, suppose ye, shall he be thought worthy? You have trodden underfoot the Son of the Most High. and have counted the blood of the covenant, wherewith he was sanctified, an unholy thing, and have done despite unto the Spirit of grace. Yeah, you counted this doctrine, this truth, an unholy thing, and you've done despite unto the Spirit of grace. Right? So let's go back to our second, verse 15, about the incredulity of them that don't believe. They count this thing as an unholy thing. For we know him that hath said, vengeance belongeth unto me, I will recompense, saith the Lord. And again, the Lord shall judge his people. Right? It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. It's just like that, there's a sister that came up, I believe with her son, she's from Rwanda. And when she saw that sign, she got scared, man. And then when our other sister said, you came, you weren't here. She got scared now with her son. And the sister, that's what I said to her, just, now you're coming to the truth. That's a beautiful thing. Now you're afraid now. You see, because that fear, that's the beginning of wisdom. Fear is the beginning of wisdom. So now you're waking up now. So when they see that, they're like, oh, I'm afraid. I'm thinking, yeah, that's good now.
That's the first ingredient.
That's the beginning of it. But you know what? She had to run down the street.
She could handle it.
Because see, their fear of the Most High has been taught by the precept of men. They haven't really been taught how to truly fear the Heavenly Father. And I said to her, I said, listen, Esau, the Most High won't requite them for that, for what they've done to us. The Most High will not requite Esau for what he's done. He's going to have to pay. She got afraid to run down the road. See? Come on.
Proverbs 1 and verse 7. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. This is why she was stating that wisdom and instruction is how to get to know the Lord. Right. But she threw the baby out with the bathwater and had to run down the road.
Can't pour a new wine in the old bottles. Right? And that's what the scriptures talk about. These false prophets, they take silly women captives that are laden with sins, man. Lord, they're silly. They're silly. They don't understand the Lord. They don't understand the Most High. They think it's all about love, and when they realize that the Most High is a solemn entity, he's an austere entity. That's when they get scared and then they run down the road. They don't understand the Most High. They don't understand the concept. They don't get it. They're silly. Right? But that's what I said, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. And what do you know about our God, man?
King of Terrors.
The King of Terrors. And what does it say in the Psalms about him?
Lord is a man of war.
Right.
How is his name?
Psalm 76, I'll read this, but it's not the one I want. Psalm 76, verse 7. And thou, even thou, art to be feared. And who may stand in thy sight? When once thou art angry, thou didst cause judgment to be heard from heaven. The earth feared and was still when the Most High arose to judgment to save all the meek of the earth. That's our prophecy. The Most High rose to judgment and was heard from heaven and the earth feared and was still. The day the earth stood still. That's why they made a movie about that, man. The day the earth stood still. When Yahweh Shai cracks the clouds.
That's that day, yeah. There's no
Day of the Lord. I'm saying the whole earth, and that's the day the earth is the everyone going to everyone's what they're doing. It's gonna be like when in Heathens was his name, Charles Xavier. He had the power to make everyone just freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't do it. Everyone's gonna freeze, man. Like that. And they were saying, look up for your redemption, girl, man. Right? So it says, this is verse 10. Surely the wrath of man shall praise thee. So surely the anger of man. You think about how devastating a man can be.
How about you, sir?
Right? War. Killing men by the thousands. The wrath of man shall praise the Heavenly Father. The remainder of wrath shalt thou restrain. Vow and pray unto the Lord, or Yahweh your God, that all that be round about him bring presents unto him that ought to be feared. He shall cut off the spirit of princes. He is terrible to the kings of the earth. This Psalms 46, verse 6. The heathen raged, the kingdoms were moved. He uttered his voice, the earth melted. Yahweh of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Come, behold the works of Yahweh, what desolations he hath made in the earth. Right? What's the main desolation the Most High is going to make? The desolation of America. Right? Because he prophesied it will happen, and the Lord is going to make it happen. He maketh wars to cease unto the ends of the earth. He breaketh the bow and cutteth the spear in sunder. He burneth the chariot in the fire. Yeah, because the war that's coming, that's the war to end all wars. I want to say they're going to turn their spears into pruning hooks.
Yeah.
Right?
Their swords into plowshares.
Their swords into plowshares. So the Lord spake, and it was done. So the Lord is speaking, has spoken by the mouth of our forefathers that had it written in paper. And we're speaking it right now, and it will come to pass. So we know our God is a God to be feared. He makes it happen. He makes it actually happen. So it says, be still and know that I am the Most High. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. Yahweh of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Yeah, man. Ready to see.
Yeah, Isaiah 55 and verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
Yeah, so that what precept goes hand in hand with that. When you think of that, you're thinking about what have everything. It says, in the end they shall speak and not lie. Right? So read that verse again. Read that again.
Isaiah 55 and 11 again. so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
There you go. Hold on. Isaiah 42, verse 9. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. That's it.
Habakkuk chapter 2, start at verse 3. For the vision yet for an appointed time, that the head shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Habakkuk 2 verse 3 again. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
They said that the vision is yet for an appointed time, so the prophets received visions, our ancestors received visions, but these things that they saw was for a designated time, a scheduled time.
Right, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
And we're in the time of the end. We're in the time of the end. Come on.
Right, though it tarry, wait for it, because it shall surely come, it will not tarry.
What are we tarrying for? The destruction of America, the time of Jacob's trouble, the mass implementation of what? The mark of the, you know what? The mark of the mark. The CBDC system, the digitalization of all the money, the currencies, the collapse of the dollar, all hell breaking loose, the riots, food riots, race riots,
Sedition amongst men.
sedition amongst men, people rising. We're seeing it right now, but on a smaller level. On France, we're seeing it more on a real level because they're burning shit down. You know, there's thousands, if not millions, in the streets. But we know that after a while, what are they going to declare? Martial law. Martial law would be declared in France, man. In order to do what? To control the people. Right? So this is what was tarrying. That's what we're waiting for. And that's what we're patient. We're patient with the suffering. That's the suffering now. Come on.
That was the end of that verse.
Start from verse 1.
Habakkuk 2 and verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower.
So when you're on the tower, what are you doing up on the tower? For what? Prophecies. That's what it said. It says, the prudent perceiveth the evil, and he can see it because he's on the watch. He's on his watch. He's measuring the time. But then the foolish, they pass on and they're punished. Come on now.
I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
Yeah, because you're being reproved. We were fools at one point. But then the Most High came and reproved us and said, listen, it ain't what you think it is. This is what I want to happen. And the Heavenly Father declared unto us his counsel. So we've been reproved. Come on.
And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it.
Run what? That race. It's a race that we're running. It's a course that we have to finish. Like a relay, man. So, this is Hebrews chapter 12 verse 1. Wherefore seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which does so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. Right? Looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High. So that's the prize ultimately. There's a reward at the end of this race, which is glorification. Just how Yahushua is sitting on the right hand side of the Heavenly Father, right? Because he done did what he had to make everything subject to him. The same way we have to run that same race, man. We got to suffer shame, humiliation, just like how it's suffered. I said, look to Yahushua, look at what he had to go through.
And the servant isn't greater than the master.
We don't have to go through the same shit. I know I've got a bunch of shit I've got to go through. You know? You run in this race, you better count the cost. You lay the foundation, and then you unable to finish it, and then all day without begin to look at you and laugh and say, this man, he built a foundation, he was able to finish it. You know, eating and drinking unworthily. Right? You have to be fully resolved. Worst case scenario that you're willing to die.
That's right.
And be a martyr for this. Go out with your guns blazing. Because if you turn back, everything you did before was vanity. It's like you might as well have been a fucking sodomite.
Hebrews 10 and verse 38. Now the just shall live by faith.
Right.
But if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him.
Right. But it's a bit more.
But we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, meaning destruction, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul.
Believer to the saving of the soul.
Which ties beautifully into what you were saying about faith before, and how we demonstrate our faith through our works. See, we're not out here. Right. You know what I mean? We're not out here to get pounds of action. We're doing this in the hopes of seeing salvation. And the Most High is not a man who should lie. He's not going to be unrighteous if we can get our works and labour of love that we have showed towards the age.
Right. This is back in Hebrews chapter 10. of verse 33. The point is in verse 35, right? Partly whilst ye were made a gazerstock, both by reproaches and afflictions, and partly whilst you became companions of them that were so used. Yeah, because we're companions of brothers that suffered reproaches and afflictions. Right? But ye had compassion of me in my bonds, and took joyfully the spoiling of your goods, knowing in yourselves that ye have in heaven a better and enduring substance, is what the immortal bodies. Cast not away therefore your confidence, which have great recompense of reward. So that's it. There's a reward in the bodies. There's a reward. And what's part of that reward? Give me Psalms 58, verse 10. What's part of the reward for this ministry, this ministry? Psalms 58, verse 10.
Yep. Psalms 58, the 10th verse says, the righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance.
When he what?
The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance.
So we're going to see, remember, vengeance belongs unto you.
Lord,
Most High. So we're going to go into rejoice when we actually see it. The 2/3 won't see it. But by that time, when we bind up the kings with fetters of iron, they're going to be dead. They're going to be destroyed, man. So they'll be born into a kingdom where they're naturally going to see Esau as slaves and Ishmael and Moab as servants. But they're not actually going to see the rulers of the Heathens being conquered, man. The elect actually binding them up. Come on. There you go.
Right, Psalms 58 again. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked.
That's part of the reward that we're going to do.
You know what? You like how stupid Muslims come in the workplace and they put the fucking sink and start washing their foot. That's how we're going to do it in the blood of the enemies, man.
They did it to us. I think there was a little icon of how Esau was actually washing his feet in the blood of Jacob.
That's right.
They did the same to us, bro. They did the same thing to us. So when we have them, when we have guys like Woody Lynch, I'm gonna bathe in his blood, bro. I'm gonna swim in his blood. Right? I'm gonna have a whole swimming pool. Right in Wales are just about below. He's gonna get it. When we get his ass, he's just gonna be standing there and he won't look by himself, and he's gonna be looking at him. Is this the man that made the earth tremble? Yeah, and the beating nation. Yeah, he's just gonna look at him and say, man, I feel so sorry for you right now. And you know, I'm just gonna be if I'm gonna be I'm just gonna be another middleman. I'm just gonna be another guy in judo. But then I'm thinking in my head, I'm meditating that Yahweh Shai might just give him to the northern kingdom, man. Let the northern kingdom deal with it. Because they should get him, man. Definitely, because he fucking up worse. Exactly. Yes. Yeah, he's definitely gonna, because he said he's got a bow to pick with the children. He's showing you that the Most High's just, he's gonna let you get your own back on the levels that got you. Specifically got you that lynch. Certain James have got lynched. They might just get their own back on the actual Edomites that lived them.
Yeah.
He might actually get his own back.
These brothers there.
Your brothers
Yeah,
there,
they're gonna get
when
them.
they come back, they're gonna get their own back on the Edomites that got them. That actually might happen, man.